Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui c'est vendredi soir, on se retrouve donc pour du Genshin Impact. Je repréviens maintenant, mais demain matin il n'y a pas de film parce que je ne peux pas. Je n'ai pas le temps. Je n'aurai pas le temps demain. Je ne serai pas disponible, il va falloir que je prépare pas mal de trucs. Donc aujourd'hui on fait l'histoire de Kokomi. Et ensuite on aura les escapades à faire la semaine prochaine ou l'autre après. C'est un peu fort, non?
Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers. We came by here last time we visited. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious. Things on the island must have changed a lot.
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination, and marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea, burning their
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that if a Tui ship is moored, we could split into two teams. One to draw their attention, and the other to circle around behind. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrates.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcement?
I doubt there's time.
Based
on their move, Her Excellency's directives also...
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch...
Her Excellency's directive...
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces, unfortunately, we don't...
Hard to say no when it's the Fatu.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. Watch yourselves.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on!
Ah, il fait du temps le téléphone.
Dumpy Dumpty Pow!
Il n'y a pas que ça de fatuit quand même. Ils sont très forts, non? J'ai regardé les paramètres. C'est pas le...
Blazing delight! That really hurt! Decided by destiny.
This is order. Gather!
Life goes on.
Il s'est assommé tout seul. Quel imbécile.
Comrades, they've set the ship on fire! An arson attack! Curse them! They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it! Yeah!
Stabilize! I will have order!
Miscalculated.
Voilà. Ça c'est fait. Ils auraient pu lui mettre l'épée dans la main.
We were lucky to have you here.
What's that you're holding? Is it let Paimon see? Oh, what?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Mon Dieu, il a 5 volumes de livres sur les ordres, avec les ordres de Kokomi.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day...
The spirit of the resist. Anyway, we're here because...
I believe Her Excellency, there were reports of a we should probably get going ourselves. I'm sensing a growing... They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden.
Sounds good. Ready when you...
On va donner des renseignements aux soldats. J'espère qu'on va voir pas mal, bien voir Kokomi là-dedans. Moi j'aime beaucoup Kokomi.
Wait, aren't you? Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts. I wasn't with Swordfish 2, but I did see you in Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Oh, it was quite the show. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your... on edge, you say? In fairness, the battle victory is declared, and I don't know what else it could... And all the more so now that you're back.
What a nice guy.
Elle a l'air un peu tranquille comme mission.
I've definitely seen you somewhere unsettled. Not that I would.
Bon,
We're
par
at peace
contre,
now.
les soldats, toujours dans l'affaire de la vie de l'armée.
I don't understand. Exactly. Wait, for real? Positive. So I knew it. Shh, keep your voice.
Hey there. What you
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the... No, let's not mention... I'm sure the captain would... welcome back, Her Excellency.
Ça cache quelque chose.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the ten... I knew something.
I'm innocent.
Ha! You're as... Take him away.
Wait.
Oh la voilà. Enfin.
Kokomi, there you are. Something's going down over here. You should take a look.
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryou Commission.
I haven't.
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In. Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, if he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. This is Watatsumi Island. We deal in facts, not opinions. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you could explain your side of the story.
Of course, I can. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a
c'est
criminal.
pas drôle, le jeu il nous le dit. Il est écrit marchand de la commission administrative, c'est pas drôle.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his good. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention the exact same thing.
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo-Sara and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan, and if that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato clan could be involved. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I'll bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retrieve, however, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission. I expect you to fully comply with our investigation.
Yes, of course.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation?
Bah, bien sûr, quoi.
Good. I look forward to seeing how you've progressed lately. I also have a few new things to teach you. All right.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent.
Hey, wanna know
Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Ouais. Tu viens un petit peu de répéter, Paimon, tu viens un peu de répéter exactement ce qui vient d'être dit. C'est chiant à la limite là.
Do you want to come fish blasting with me? I'll get grounded for a whole day, but it's way worth it because the fish taste so good.
Est-ce qu'ils ont les trucs volés?
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a hilichurl camp. Who knows what...
Looks pretty heavily guarded.
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far. Our enemy's in the light while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand. I think we... Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more than a few scattered if we strike from above and take down their leader first. The rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. A store of gunpowder cakes. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a they'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would be severely impaired. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor, you add a touch of lightning, and together we can shock them into submission.
Oh.
Wow. That's our grand...
That will depend on our assessment of our own abilities. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution, but requires... With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. But if we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. So, there's the swordfish captain I know. Every confident... It's decided then. Let's fight this one together.
On va faire le truc simple.
I'm no warrior
Taper.
myself, but I can still provide... We should take them down as quickly as possible and retrieve the merchant's goods.
Oh, Kokomi.
Stabilize.
Yeah.
La la la. Boing boing boom. Let's move out. Rest and rebuild.
Ça va, hein? En termes de dégâts.
Fate is upon you.
Après que je sache, elle est jouable plus en ligne.
Stabilize.
La la la. The king is overthrown. Only the pawns remain.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Blazing delight. Jumpy dumpty go. Allow me. Boing, boing, boom.
Je devrais
Excellent
plus
work.
All thanks to your genius tactics.
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved. Victory never belongs to a single person.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh? Hey!
I must admit,
Non, non, pas
I wasn't
d'accord, tu
expecting
sers
to
à
find
rien.
the Fatui laying low in a...
T'es mignonne,
What's
c'est
their
tout.
objective? Are the soldiers right? Could they really be in collusion? Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant story
Pardon, je suis un
is
peu
true,
fatigué.
All right, time.
Je vais être crevé à la fin du... Respectez le camp. Ça dure à peu près 1 heure, ce genre de quête.
Could these belong
Enfin,
to the merchant?
celle de la Raiden, ça peut durer à peu près 1 heure.
So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Is this really all they had to eat? Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials.
Ouais, trop bien, Clip peut se faire un plaisir de fabriquer des bombes.
We should tell Kokomi.
Kokomi.
Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff!
Mais arrête de répéter son nom comme ça, c'est
I see.
fatigant.
oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. And he was, by contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items. So the idea that he was supplying them doesn't, in all likelihood.
Si
He's
elle le
just an
dit, écoute, on va la
opportunistic
croire.
merchant.
He's hardly a... We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, are we?
Don't worry. I had already in my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have been...
Kokomi, you think of it!
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. The low energy doesn't exactly help.
Huh?
Nothing. Come on,
T'as
let's
de
take the goods
l'énergie.
back. It's not long
Qu'est-ce que
now
tu
until the
racontes?
victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
Got it! First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast!
Rendez les biens aux marchands. Vous j'avoue que je suis quand même un petit peu d'accord sur les réserves pour lui rendre aussi facilement. Mirai, ça veut dire futur en japonais. Je crois, hein, je dis pas de conneries. Pardon.
My goods.
Santé.
Thank you, you see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not
Ouais.
so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing with.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As agreed, this is sufficient.
Apology.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains coming to me with your crazy conspiracies. Lay off me next time, got it?
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You must bear the consequences. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also be a fine, the amount of which...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards and punishments. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious...
Wait a minute, but...
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away. Time to pay.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. Something is going on, but I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it... I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya.
Ah, je te suis où tu veux aller, n'importe où. Ah, j'ai pas le choix de...
Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you.
Ouais, peut-être. Pas tant que ça.
It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine.
Oula, j'ai eu peur du freeze là. Ça bougeait plus.
You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust has become deep-rooted over time. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
Your Excellency, What brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay?
Thanks for your concern, but I'm...
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, if we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
Come on, that's ancient history.
I know,
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully.
Wonderful.
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you. Do you know? I'm always telling my... just...
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Oh, Your
Excellency!
Please, remain calm, everyone. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Are you alright? This kind of thing is...
Your Excellency, here you
Oh,
are.
cassez-vous, merde!
There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to...
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to...
Really? That's fantastic. You never cease to amaze us, Your Excellency. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
That's today?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just waiting for you.
I see. I was hoping to take a walk around the island with you, but it looks like we'll have to save that for some other time. Well, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. And then we'll go... Yay! The victory! That's the name of the game. There'll be some...
Great! See you tomorrow!
Donc... Attendez le... Attendez. Je me déteste. Tenter le lendemain. Allez hop! Pour aller au sanctuaire, je vais TP directement là-bas, ça va te faire gagner un peu de temps. Sangonomiya.
Kokomi isn't here yet. That's weird. She doesn't...
Faut aller la chercher.
How is she still not here? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Allons carrément la chercher plutôt, moi je dis. Je crois qu'elle ne va pas très bien.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she...
So strange.
Not necessarily. Let me see. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And even then, only when the visitor in question is of VIP status. As far as I'm concerned...
Kokomi really does think of everything. Alright, let's find...
Rendez-vous à l'endroit indiqué. J'ai glissé, ok. Ah, il y a une quête derrière. Bon, je la récupérerai un autre jour. J'aime de revenir en arrière. C'est en haut, j'imagine. Faut que je remonte. TP. Bien sûr d'avoir la bonne hauteur.
Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there.
On dirait un bureau caché dans...
Kokomi! So this is where you ran off
Elle
to.
dort.
We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory feast today. What happened?
It's you.
C'est nous.
I apologize. I'm not feeling my usual self today.
Ouais, c'est pour ça que t'es caché ici.
We'll go find a doctor right away.
No. It's nothing like that. It's...
You run on energy? You mean you're like a ruined...
No, it's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it, but... You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an advisor. Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also commanding their respect. It doesn't come naturally to me. And truth be told, because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the divine priestess, sooner or later. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the victory feast to someone else. I have to make a speech tonight, and I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong. This peace was hard won, and I want them to...
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If only there was some way I could listen to a good read on... I was reading a book last time I was here, but... I only got about halfway through.
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you.
You do that
Mais oui.
for me?
N'importe quoi pour toi.
I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa. So does Kokomi make time to deal? Sangonomiya, this is a lot of...
C'est des pétitions, c'est pas trop ce qu'on va lui lire. Hein. Elle a demandé le livre de stratégie qu'elle avait la dernière fois qu'elle est venue. Si. S'il y a que deux trucs à
Hey,
examiner.
look! Could this be the book she wanted?
Plus 2 énergie, moins 5 énergie. Ok, elle quantifie le...
Swordfish Captain.
That's just, Give it here!
Guess that was the wrong one.
Ça c'est son journal. C'est pas le bon livre. Oups. Mais c'est pas ce qu'on vient d'inspecter.
It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Well, let's take it over.
La petite musique là. Qui fait la même taille que Kokomi assis, c'est trop drôle.
Is this the...
Yes.
Kokomi?
Regarde là, elle dort. Elle est trop mignonne.
Oh no, she's fallen asleep. What are we gonna do? Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention that the peace talks are just around the corner. She's got so... You sure that's a good idea?
Mais oui.
Avoid
disaster. Protect peace. The war's over. Did you see? What time is it? Did I fall asleep? Yep, you've been out for ages. It's nearly time for the feast. I can't believe it got so... I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see me through the peace talks. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there. It's nearly time to light the bonfire. Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy! Good to have you back.
Yes. Voice. Let's go. D'ailleurs, ça parle de bouffe depuis tout à l'heure. Ça me rappelle que j'ai faim. Vous cassez les pieds un peu là. Par contre, très honnêtement. J'ai comme faim en fait. Je vais me faire un festin personnel après la quête. Après le live du coup. Yes! Ils sont 3. J'ai pas vu l'autre côté, hein. Il y a du monde.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech. Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've... Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual. That's great! We'll be rooting for
Let's
you.
go! On va l'écouter faire son
Welcome,
discours.
everyone. Today is the day that we celebrate our victory.
Yay!
Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the
Mais
abolition of the
regardez-la.
Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for peace talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory.
Yes.
Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. And I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talks. Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
Ouais, ouais. Bon, je demande à... Bonjour. Marche sur tes poissons.
Watatsumi Island recently.
On va
Well,
aller
the biggest
skier
during the
parce que je
hostility,
vais
when the
bien
catch
honnête,
wasn't,
ils sont
we'd
pas
go to
super
bed.
intéressants.
I hear you're.
Oh!
Come on.
Moi, je veux parler avec Kokomi. Elle est là-bas. Alors.
Hey there. Care for some? Are you referring to It's funny you should say that the soul. He's been acting. It's a miracle. Sorry, I'm a.
Sounds promising.
You actually came back?
Nuh-uh.
Do you remember what the most important... Got that right. So I'm gonna put you to... I'll answer your question.
Ok.
What do you think?
What?
Oh, il est sérieux. Tu veux mourir, mec? Radical agressif. Voilà. Me casse pas les pieds, quoi. Oh, qu'est-ce que ce délire?
You're a strong fighter.
No wonder Her Excellency you really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you, Captain. We made it up.
What? What the heck are you thinking?
Yes, that peace talks. What's to stop the
pas
We
inventé.
are the resist. We can't trust. Surely you agree.
His point does yeah. Are you serious?
Don't take that tone. For the sake of Vic, you'd have me just put every time I see. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever.
Too late? Darn. What are we gonna do?
Bon, prévient Kokomi que c'est une histoire inventée, qu'il faut qu'elle fasse quelque chose parce que dans ces soldats, il y a des crétins qui veulent que les combats continuent. Parce qu'ils savent faire que ça, taper. Bande de débiles.
So, the whole thing about the Tenryu Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They made it all up. They wanted the peace talks to...
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry.
Elle a l'air un peu
This
fatiguée
is
en
my
permanence.
If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have. I think I understand what Kozin means when he says the talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area... I highly suspect that one of Kozin's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiation.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the...
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryu Commission's guards, and we'd be in danger of war breaking out once again. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, I will find a way to ensure they do not come to harm. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Attendez le lendemain à 10h. Cette fois-ci, on n'attend pas au lendemain. On n'attend pas. Oh putain, enfin! Il était temps que cette putain de possibilité soit ajoutée. Avant, ça resetait la roue quand on la remplissait. C'est trop chiant. Oh, trop bien. Putain. J'avais pas vu tout à l'heure, sinon je me serais pas chiant en faire deux.
Well, the peace talks are upon
Elle est
us.
encore fatiguée, mais
How
tu
do you
dors
feel?
ou pas en fait?
Prepared? Here. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex to be... I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way, you will be able to adapt with speed.
Whoa. Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinated attack. See? Wow. There are so many. But you've thought of a solution to each one.
Glad to hear it.
C'est pour ça qu'elle est
These talks
fatiguée en
are
fait.
quite exceptional. It is a major step
Mais faut
forward
dormir,
both for Watatsumi
Kokomi en
Island.
fait.
Any amount
C'est
of
bien que t'as...
dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiate. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility, excellent. Okay.
Oh, Kokomi. Rendez-vous au pourparler. C'est où votre zone neutre? En zone neutre. Je dirais que c'est pratiquement un mi-chemin entre les deux extrémités. Entre la cité et l'île. Donc le QG, on va dire, de chaque camp. Là, ça y ressemble en fait. Allez. Tiens, bouffe. La pauvre, elle a rien demandé. Ok.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battle.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. She's here to bear witness to the proceedings. She experienced the war between us firsthand and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of...
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it.
Let's go.
The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions, but going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission while in your waters. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated by the Tenryou Commission.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe.
Negotiations seem to be
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi, and the same has been true for your people. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce.
Moi j'aime bien comment ils ont posé des chaises sur lesquelles les personnages ne sont pas assis et ils sont à 1 mètre de la table. C'est... Oh là là.
Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full authority.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come...
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to be the sole exception.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you already. You just want to take everything. Comrades, never trust the Kujo. Let's get them.
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
fun, but hold off for the Stand down, Tadakatsu! The situation has changed. Please stand by for further. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now!
Ce clin d'œil.
Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation at the time. I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said they could maybe start by heading to Watatsumi Island and stirring things up a little. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation. How anyone from Watatsumi Island even found out about it, I have no idea.
That's enough. When we return, there will be consequence. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of... So, what did they...
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for their boss.
Oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Inazuma in a state of turmoil. One day, I will hunt them down. Every last one. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please, grant us another chance.
But of course, Madam Kujo, I have every confidence in your ability to resolve this situation. For the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island's forces into your command at this time.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now, but we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample participation in the final arrangement.
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth sailing from here on out.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as a formidable commander. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield is rather taxing. I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the Tenryou Commission's internal issues.
Nice!
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring some assistance. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you. That way, you can capture the...
I will bear this in mind. Thank you. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Ils vont se prendre des claques. Ils vont se prendre des claques.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for you believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war. Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, So many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. I want to keep fighting.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs, and that you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long...
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will, but never how to let it go.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours, either way. We are ready to accept
Very well. Then I hereby declare... that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned, the training will be grueling. Perseverance and grit will...
Your Excellency, what are you...
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose war... I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, there can be no more insubordination. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
Oh, ils auraient pris des baffes, ça avait été moi.
I think that's finally... I can feel my energy levels starting to drop.
Oui, on va retourner à sa cachette. Là où elle a dormi. Ah, elle est pas à l'intérieur cette fois-ci. Près de la base secrète. Ah, il y a un... Il y a un truc. Oh, c'est dommage, il gâche peut-être un petit peu le paysage.
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored on Watatsumi. Recovering. Slowly, but surely. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I still get nervous when more than a handful of people are involved. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still... in the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, restoring peace, but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kinds of aspirations. I have a long way to go. But that's okay. If I can't make the journey in one giant leap, I'll just have to settle for taking it. In short, I've still got some maturing to do. Could you...
Non, bien sûr. Aussi longtemps que tu voudras, je resterai à tes côtés. Eh, c'est terminé! J'aimerais voir, je fais combien de primos? Je veux voir mes primos. J'aurais pu voir dans l'inventaire. 4000, c'est pas mal. Hein, j'en ai jamais eu autant de ma vie. Du coup, le live s'arrête ici. Ça fait pratiquement 1 heure, comme d'habitude. Merci à ceux qui ont suivi ce live et à ceux qui regarderont la rediff. Ciao!